So just a quick recap of my day so far for all of you guys. I started off the day, what was it? I should check my schedule before starting these. That's right. Started off the day enrolling that Medicaid spend down case client in her new Advantage plan because it is the last day of open enrollment where you can switch Medicare Advantage plans. So we got that in just the nick of time. I was really lucky actually that we got that in on time. Oops. Then after that, had a call with a current client to enroll her in a vision plan. So that was 2 sales this morning. And then immediately following that, and this was all back to back to back, like literally crazy day with phone calls and Zoom and webinars. And it all started off, I started off behind because that first client, I had to call the insurance company, the insurer, because I didn't see the SOA that we had completed last night, the scope of appointment, which is important before you actually submit an Advantage plan. So I started off my day behind with that phone call, enrolling in the Advantage plan. Then the Vision plan enrollment went really smoothly. Then I had a webinar about a dental insurance product that I love. It combines dental, vision, and hearing into one. I've wrote it in the past, and I continue to use it all the time. It's a very good plan. And I think they just got bought out by a huge insurance company within the last couple of years. But then I had a webinar about dental, like I said. And after that, I had a phone call with the vice president of Vintage Financial Group. Sorry, I'm so tired. They do financial planning, financial advising, the whole care. So they look at every aspect, every expense, just kind of a nice, well-rounded financial advisor. They do a very good job, better than the cookie cutter other firms that are more nationwide. I won't mention any names, but you guys can probably find out. And then after that, I had a one-to-one Zoom call with a old roofer friend of mine. He is no longer with the roofing company. He now is at ProCare Collision in town, helping them do some marketing. And he also just started his own general contracting company. It's always good to catch up with him. He's a great dude. And then I had a little bit of time to eat, which was necessary. And I just got home. It is 6:15. At 4 o'clock, I had an interview for Project 402, and then I hung out with a couple of the guys there at Peterson Brothers Printing, where I do the interviews at, because they're so generous to provide me that space free of charge. I don't have to pay for that, which is amazing, because I obviously don't make any money from Project 402. It's just a side project, a passion project, if you will. And most recently, a way to help educate Omahans about politics, because I've had some people running for elections coming up, campaigning on there. And so get to learn about what the NRD is and PSC, all these cool abbreviations. I get to learn more about local politics and teach people about local politics. So just got done with that interview. It was with Tim Davis, who's running for Public Service Commissioner, PSC. He's a great dude. Him and I got off topic a lot on that, but it was a very natural and fluid conversation, which I loved. And yeah, now that was it for work for today, really. I will probably get to reading 7 Habits here in a moment. It was funny though. Tim is about to start, he calls it his coronacation, because him and his boyfriend, they're not married. Him and his boyfriend are going to sit in just their apartment for the next 14 days and not go out at all except for doctor's appointments and like a walk an hour a day, because his boyfriend has some medical issues that puts him at high risk for the virus. So they're taking a coronacation to just kind of stay home and enjoy each other's company for 2 weeks, which I thought was pretty nice. Well, of course, Tim's going to be working hard on his campaign. So, yeah, I'm not sure why I mentioned that to you guys, but I thought it was fun and you should hear it. The owner of Vintage Financial Group and I connected over the fact that she was from North Platte and she does a lot of business still out in western Nebraska. And we just talked about different businesses. We talked about how North Platte has the one of 3 or 4 Qdobas in the country that actually has a bar in it. We talked about the businesses her father owns there, which are very prominent in town. And if you're familiar with North Platte at all, you know the businesses. It was just cool to connect. We brainstormed the idea of doing some joint seminars, her doing the financial advising side and me talking about Medicare and transitioning to retirement. And so that was a very productive phone call. She also wants to start using me when she runs into a business owner who needs to start offering group health insurance to stay competitive and not lose quality employees just because they don't offer benefits. So she's going to be sending me some business owners referrals here in the coming months, she said, after all the quarantine stuff dies down. I was actually very happy with today. A lot of good things came out from it. First of all, I got a couple sales, which is always good. Then I had some good conversations with a friend, the guy who used to be a roofer, and then 2 with the vice president of Vintage Financial Group, which is a financial advisor company in town. And the vice president there, we connected about our mutual relationships from North Platte, about different businesses in North Platte, and just kind of how business operates in western Nebraska. Some funny Facebook groups that are small town Nebraska specific that are hilarious to be in. And she talked about giving me the opportunity to maybe do some seminar partners or some joint seminars out in western Nebraska in the near future, as well as she essentially, I don't want to say gave me her word, but we discussed her sending me business owners that she works with that need group insurance or just need to explore the idea of working with a local broker to provide insurance for their employees so that they can stay competitive and stay up to date. So potential referral source solidified, potential seminars coming up, and a couple sales today. Not a bad day. My evening was pretty unproductive. I read a little while, but then this damn show, man, Ozark, has me hooked. So I've been watching that throughout the night while checking emails, so I was a little productive. And I was setting up my humidor. I hope I don't get demonetized. I know YouTube has weird new rules about tobacco products, I think. Oh well, who am I kidding? I don't make any money from these videos anyway, and no one watches these videos right now. But yeah, that was just a kind of a recap, really a positive recap, a positive summary of my day with highlighting all the good points. Oh, and also I got to hang out with my girlfriend for a while, so that was a good time.